The mic is unmuted. Everyone, don't panic. Hello, everyone. Let me bring up chat so I can see what you guys are talking about. Welcome to another exciting episode of our. I don't even know what we call this. The Anubit. Is it a podcast, a vodcast? Is it the Anubit show? Is this showtime? Is it? I do have something exciting to go over today, as opposed to other days. No, you guys are gonna. I think you'll like. Well, you might hate what we go over, but it will show truth, shed light on things that need a little light. And I personally found it fascinating. I saw someone else cover it, and they're kind of boring. It's this very boring but accurate and well thought out British dude. And when he covers stuff, I like the content, but it's kind of hard to watch it. You can only watch so much because he's just... I like British accents. I think they sound smart, I guess. Much smarter than mine, and he does sound smart. But he's freaking boring. I just want to like jump off a cliff a little bit because I don't know. He just it's the way he carries himself, and it's kind of monotone, unfortunately. And if I'm like that, just type monotone. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna introduce voice fluctuations because I don't want to be that. But what I'm going to go over today is in relation to something called wash trading. And there was an article that came out, and basically there was research, and someone wrote a piece on it, relation to what percentage of trading volume is real. And a lot of people are like, well, how would you fake trading volume? How do you do that? Let me tell you, it's pretty freaking easy. If we wanted to do wash trading and fluff our trading volume, it would take very little effort, and we could do it with next to no cost other than minor blockchain fees. And for a minute amount of money, we could pump our numbers up. And I'm not beyond doing some things to especially if you're during an evaluation period to get on some of these exchanges, we'll do whatever. But as a general rule, you want factual trading volume so that people can properly evaluate, make decisions like, oh, is this something that's really attractive to people, or are they faking their numbers? So I'm going to go over something called wash trading. I'm going to go over the article and some of the conclusions that it raises on the industry as a whole, Bitcoin versus altcoins, and I'm going to pick a little bit. Now, I'm going to single it out just for because it's so easy to pick on. So I'm going to pick on someone that's just dear to my heart, XRP. A little bit, just a pinch. I really don't want to single XRP out any more than any other coin, because I'm just using XRP as an easy example, because it does make it pretty darn easy compared to some of the other ones out there. So I'm gonna go to some articles here. Bear with me. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. This article here, one of the first things you'll see is more than half of all Bitcoin trades are fake. Hey, Omar, is Omar here? King of Saiyan, Adam says, have some slight feedback bleeding through, maybe not plugged, not fully in or something. That's from Adam.
Or maybe one of these could be on.
No? I mean, let me try. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this. And I'll turn off the Yeti. I'll mute the Yeti, and let's see how that sounds. Test.
Test.
Okay. Testing this mic out. Tell me if this is still giving feedback. Is this one giving feedback? Still there. Ooh. Test, test. Oh, God, that's horrible. Something over in the black magic. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm apologize. We will route that out real quick. Bear with us. We're hearing it on our end too, so. Test, test, test. Is it still buzzing?
You sound better.
Okay, we're gonna go with it. Apparently, that on our end, they're saying that it fixed it. If you guys are getting it loud and clear on your end, perfect. All right. So for those that were for those that were distracted by the audio glitch, I'm going to repeat a couple things. This article is what I'm going to be primarily going over. There's some stuff that we're going to be going over in tangent to that are very directly related. More than half of Bitcoin trades are fake. What does that mean? Why do we care if Bitcoin trading is fake? Well, it can really affect perception of investment. It reflects, it does open up what else is fake, what else are they lying about, what else is falsely put forward as, it's one thing if it's a fake in a way that makes it look worse. But when it's fake in a way that makes it look like it's twice as good, it raises some questions. And so, and to what purpose? Why are they faking trading? And what is it called? So, a little crypto education, you guys. It's called wash trading. I'm gonna zoom so you guys can see. Wash trade is a form of market manipulation in which an investor simultaneously sells and buys the same financial instrument to create misleading and artificial activity in the marketplace. So that's a pretty simple concept. So with the left hand they're buying, and with the right hand they're selling, and they kind of let me fix where this is. And by doing this, what do they accomplish? They present a front like it's much more in demand than it actually is. And we know in crypto that there's a lot of things called candle chasers, where people come in, they see things that are in demand, and they want to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, Bitcoin's got a lot of volume today. Do they know something I don't know? It basically is very misleading. Other coins, they're saying that in just like Bitcoin, there's other coins, what they call altcoins. There's Bitcoin, and then there's every other coin, which is what they call an altcoin, which is way too broad of a category. But so you got one coin, and then you got every other coin, which is an altcoin. It's ridiculous. But for altcoins, it's very much the same. There's a lot of wash trading going on. So some of the exchanges are the worst proponents of it. Not all of them. Some of there's basically, they broke it down into categories of exchanges in this article. Let me see if I can go to it. No, all right, here. So it's a Forbes article, and they broke it down. So some of the smaller exchanges, apparently they do it to make their numbers look better. So they're trying to, so if you're like, I don't know if I trust that exchange, but it's doing a lot of volume, so maybe it's trustworthy, right? Yeah, a lot of people are using it apparently, so I might as well use it too. It's a way they fluff their numbers, and a lot of, like, when you go to CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, let me go to both of those real quick. I'm going to click on exchanges, CoinGecko. Bear with me. Let's go to exchanges, and they've got crypto exchanges. So one of the categories you see, the top one, is volume, right? That's how they're ranking the exchanges. So by an exchange encouraging or promoting or utilizing buying and selling its own stuff, they help pump their numbers up, so they show up at a higher ranking. Now, supposedly the bigger ones like Binance is like 10 times the next closest one. Binance says, we don't do that. Why would we need to? We're already like 10 times the next to number 2 exchange. We don't pump our numbers up. We don't do that fake stuff. And supposedly that's true. According to the Forbes article, it's accurate. But you also have to consider that that Bitcoin itself has 51% of all Bitcoin trading is fake, even within Binance and everywhere else. So you have to discount all the Bitcoin trading. So half of all trades are total bullshit. Half of the volume numbers are totally bullshit. Now, what they didn't say is, let me go to CoinGecko because I like how they separate it. If we go to decentralized exchanges, the reality is they weren't able to research properly decentralized exchanges to see if their trading volume was off as well. And as you can see at a glance, you got Uniswap as the big one. They're like 6 times the next closest one, basically, and they're nearly 10 times PancakeSwap, which is on the Binance chain. So yeah, but it might be the exact same scenario where the numbers are fluffed. Where, like, for instance, if we wanted to do that, what we would do is we would just buy our token back and forth. And if we didn't want to pay taxes, we'd do it from exempted wallets. So there wouldn't be any reflection, there wouldn't be any taxes, there wouldn't be anything. We would do it from tax exempt wallets, and we just buy back and forth to fluff our numbers. And it's we don't do that. It's not accurate. So I wanted to go zoom in on something on this. Now, I said right out the gate, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to XRP only because XRP is so simple to make an example out of. So it's not because XRP is bad. I'm not saying it's bad. XRP is fine. It's well known that in let me move something that's covering up my screen. Great. And one moment. Well known that many exchanges conduct wash trading practices in order to inflate trading volume. They are incentivized to report inflated volumes in order to attract traders. Real volume refers to the total volume on the exchanges that we believe is the highest level of confidence. Are free of wash trading activities. However, that does not necessarily mean that the volume reported by other exchanges is 100% wash trades. As such, the Masari real volume applies a penalty to these exchanges to discount the volume believed to come from wash trading activity. For more information, so they reduce it by a factor, and depending on the exchange, some of the exchanges are in the 95% category, meaning 95% of their trades. There was a whole like tier 3 where it was like between 80 to 99% of all their trades are horseshit, that they're just fluffing their own numbers. Discount the volume believed to come from wash trading. For more information, see here, blah, 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 blah. So they show XRP in actual volume, and they're trying to evaluate the real volume. And you can see XRP volume. This is price today, 174 mil 7 days ago, and it's down in volume by nearly 80% from a year ago. So yeah, volume took a pretty big hit. So there's their volume chart, or actually this is their price chart, crashing down from where it was at its high. But anyway, with volume considerations, it is a huge thing that indicates, because you can go to like coin market cap here and you can look at XRP's volume right here. So here's our volume, 1.2 billion, and it makes you wonder if half that's fake. That means they're only doing, still a lot. 600 million, still a lot, but that's a stark difference potentially if their volume is fluffed. The other thing is when we look at XRP's market capitalization, it's actually a fact that, let me go to this article real quick. Bear with me. Who owns the most XRP? I find this fascinating. According to CoinCarp data, there are more than blank Ripple holders. A more detailed analysis shows that the top 10 Ripple holders controlled more than 73% of the supply. So think about that. We don't even know those are individual people, but holders are just really wallets. 10 wallets hold 73% of all the XRP. And let's just, for the sake of argument, assume that they're all individual people, right? That those wallets are all different people or organizations. And some of those, the cryptocurrency platform Binance was a top holder, right? With like 100 million. They control 36% of all the supply of Ripple, which is crazy. But 10 people, more than 73%. And if you were to discount their holdings and minus that from when they're factoring the what they consider, let me click into it. Let's go to it. When they consider the market capitalization, you would basically reduce that by 73%. So let's say 75, let's round up. So instead of a 16 billion market cap, there would only be a 4 billion market cap. That's a big difference. Let me tell you, that's huge, because there's so few people that actually hold almost all the coins. All the small holders, if you only really counted them, the market cap would be next to nothing. So, well, I say next to nothing. So $4 billion worth of coin. But think about this. The scary thing is the small people control 4 billion of the market cap. The other 12 billion, almost, plus billion, is controlled by 10 people, 10 holders, 10 institutions. Whatever they decide matters 3-1 over you. If you hold it, you're not going to, even if all your people did X or Y, left or right, they decide, not you. That's what's dangerous when only 10 people hold 73% of all the coin. That's a problem. I think it is, at least for something as mature as this, as XRP, where it's been around a decade, and it's aggregated to 73% control everything. That's a problem. So I found this rather interesting. The article, let me go back to it. The article has quite a bit of conclusions on what this means for crypto as a whole. It ends up ending kind of bullish for crypto, basically saying that despite all these things, that crypto is pretty strong. It talks about Tether and the stable coins, but yeah, that is 51% of the 260 billion it would get taking some self-reported volume. A lot of these places self-report. Let me see if they went over their approach and broke down how they analyze. So this was kind of interesting. So crypto exchanges by group and what they call their discount rate. The discount is how much they would attribute to junk. So on these, nearly half of them are what they would consider fake trades. And I think the one that kind of surprised me was in this. We get all these things from CoinsBit. They're always messaging. They're about 45% of trades for CoinsBit. DigiFinex. There's a Bitfinex. There's all these exchanges. I think, where was KuCoin? KuCoin, 35% of all trading on BitForex. KuCoin, they're saying 35% is wash trading. 35%, that's their general category. That's a lot. That means a third of all trades on KuCoin are total bullshit, according to this. And then some of the big ones that they're saying, like 0 to 10%, basically 0 to 9%. So there's a lot of exchanges that apparently don't fluff their numbers. So when I put an exchange hit list for us as for this week, so that where we're prioritizing and where we're applying first, and it goes kind of chronologically. We're not starting with big dogs. We're kind of working our way up, and you better believe I'm paying attention on which exchanges are legit versus, KuCoin's got a decent reputation. I'm not saying anything about Bitfinex or KuCoin having a bad reputation, but it is kind of eyeballing if this is coming out saying up to 35% of their trades are horse shit. That's makes you wonder, why are they fluffing their numbers? But some of these at the 95% plus are BS. You probably never even heard of them, but there's so many exchanges out there. What they didn't evaluate properly is the decentralized exchanges. They looked at the pairs and the spots and the volume discrepancies. The higher tier, like the better ones, you can see that they're reported versus what they're estimating were pretty close. As you got into category 2, huge discrepancy between what they're self-reporting and what they're estimating. They're basically saying, yeah, it's way off. And then under category 3, the worst exchanges, it's a huge difference between what they're reporting and what their actual volume is likely. So I mean, the discrepancy is gargantuan. These guys are really gross. These guys are pretty freaking bad too. If it's 2 to 1, if they're doubling their volume to inflate it, and these guys, I mean, honestly, that says a lot if their methodology to reveal, because this is based on Forbes' way that they calculated the real volume. Their methodology could be dog shit. It sounds like it was pretty solid, and the results were as you would expect, that the bigger, more honest ones are doing a better job of it, and some of the ones that are kind of playing fast and loose, you see that as you go down to that it just becomes even worse. But maybe that's just because of their methodology. Who knows? No, we didn't do the study. They broke it down 6 ways to Sunday. Obviously, Binance is the big dog. FTX, huge exchange. There's KuCoin down there. Let me see if I can get some of their conclusions. So honestly, that's why I was like, yeah, it took a while for the guy to go over this, because there was some stuff that was like, it seemed rather redundant. Areas for future study. Role of stablecoins and market manipulation. They didn't see any evidence, really nothing to and then here's which one I found fascinating. What's the difference between a DEX and some of those other things? Let me go back to, let's go back to here. You've got your decentralized exchanges, DEX. That's a DEX. What is a DEX? A DEX is something where, unlike an institution like Coinbase or Binance or KuCoin, where they're managing it, a DEX, you can kind of submit your own coin to it and use the blockchain. And it's almost like a program running on it's a program running on a blockchain that has just set rules that it operates by. There's no one really managing it, or at least it appears to be much more hands-off. They don't accept or reject anyone. It's just, if you follow the rules, you can pair up your coin on the DEX and you just process it. Any one of our holders that have used PancakeSwap or are familiar with PancakeSwap, they've interacted with a DEX. It's a decentralized exchange. A DEX is the better way to go versus a centralized exchange, because decentralized exchanges, they're not holding on to your coin. Your coin goes to your personal wallet. There's nobody holding it and trapping it, generally speaking. I guess there's ways you can stake it with them, but you bring your own wallet to the party. With a centralized exchange, that's where you go from, they allow the transition in and out of fiat. Whereas decentralized exchanges, you don't go in and out of fiat currency. Fiat being the US dollar or the yen or the won or any of those. You don't go in and out of those. It's just crypto to crypto. Whereas the centralized exchanges, they'll cash you in and out of like dollars, for instance, so that you can not only trade into other coins, but you can go from dollars into those coins. Big fundamental difference. For us, we're doing with our GAN, it's kind of a hybrid version. We're not an exchange, we're not exchanging currencies, but we are allowing a transition from dollars into a coin, which makes it really unique. So without doing exchange, you can go from dollars into a coin, and only our coin. We're not exchanging between different cryptos, because we don't want to run into that. And we actually don't send. We're using the DEX on the back end so that it does all the transactions. We don't. When it comes to sending crypto, we never send crypto to anyone. It goes right through the decentralized exchange. It's the way that when people catch on, it's the way of the future, it's the way to do it. Once you're into crypto, you can trade for other cryptos. You aren't locked in. It's a way better way to do it, because you aren't beholden to a centralized exchange who could, some nightmare stories, they take your money and then they give you the coin, but it's stuck in their system and they pause all withdrawals, and that's up to them. There's no we have no way of pausing, like locking your wallet, so to speak, with all, where no matter what coin you have in your wallet, they can pause the wallet itself. We can only control our token to an extent. So totally different. All right, so you've learned a little bit about wash trading, that it's pretty prolific in the industry to the tune of assume. So what does that mean? Assume that just for the sake of it, potentially any of these things could be cut in half, right? Any of those volumes could be cut in half. Now Binance, they're saying it's 0%, except when you count Bitcoin. Because if you're looking at the exchange itself, no, but Bitcoin volume is inflated. So you got to count that. And then when it comes to the, let me go to coin market cap. When it comes to the volume here, that's where you're like, oh, so Bitcoin's volume could be closer to 18 million or 18 billion, not 38. Yep. When you literally cut out all the bullshit where they're just like left hand trading with the right hand and just trading it back and forth to pump their volume up. They're just, passing the ball between, they're not playing between different players, just amongst themselves to boost it up so that it looks like it's very attractive. And that's what a horrible practice to mislead people. So anyway, I don't know whether Tether does the same thing. It looked like on the article it said that stable coins didn't show any more signs of manipulation than the rest of the market, which could mean that it has the same percent, of errors of manipulation. It's just not worse. Regulation, we identify crypto licenses from the regulatory body at each exchange possess a proxy. God, it was. I'm trying to cut this down for you guys because it was a lot. It was interesting, and it's going to have some effect once this ripples through regulators. Because here's the thing: SEC looks and they say they have their goal. We know their goal is to take crypto and probably either pound it into the sand or pave the road for their banking buddies, who they do musical chairs with, right? So they look for every avenue of attack, right? They're, picture it like every vulnerability. They're like a shark with blood in the water, right? So they're going to be looking at this and they're going to be like, oh, okay, so they're manipulating this. We need to protect the consumers so that we can gain more control. So we need to protect them against this. And so you better believe that this is going to be used as ammo against the industry. And it's one way that the crypto industry ends up shooting itself in the foot. Let's see, editor's note, yada, yada. All right. So I did want to go over that article and for what it could mean for us in the altcoin sphere. And I hope that my goal is that as we look at some of the coins out there, every day I'm learning something new. I'm looking at, now when I look at this chart of the top, let me see if I can get back to it. The top ones, I'm gonna be like, okay, so their volume's not quite what they're saying. They could be lying. I know these guys are, and the altcoins they're doing wash trading as well. So maybe some of the big dogs are doing this to fluff their numbers up. And when people see volumes start shooting up, I'm sure that has a way of sending signals to the market. And then CoinGecko, similar thing. We go to CoinGecko. So you can see CoinGecko prioritizes in volume over market cap. They list volume first. But look at this. Their volume, they see 36. And if you go here, they say 38. So they don't even agree on what the volume is between, of Bitcoin. They don't agree. So there's definitely some margin of error for sure. I'm going to ask, so what is, this will be for, Red, I still need to send you your yesterday's winnings. I guess go ahead and type an exclamation if you're ready, and I will send out some Anubits today. What is okay, I'm like, okay, what is the name of the practice of trading back and forth to manipulate within yourself to fluff your numbers? for trading volume. What's the practice called? I still don't have anything on the screen. Wash trading. Fred got it. Coin washing. I like it. Fred, I'm going to give you 2. Justin, I'll hook you up with 1. Send me your wallet addresses. I will send those out. I know I owe Red Rebel. I owe Adam a little bit, so I'm going to be sending out some coin today. Send those on their way, guys, to Telegram, and I will shoot those over this afternoon. Let me give you a glance at something I put. I didn't piss Omar off, but it was on the notes, and it kind of lagged a little bit. Let me go here. We are enhancing wallet connectivity because while it was working okay, it was a little in need of some love. So that's, yeah, Fred emerges during the questions. He pops out of nowhere. So I don't think it's going to delay us, at least not more than, a couple hours or something. But testing it's taking longer to test than it is to build, because when we test, we're testing on PC, we're testing on iPhone, multiple models, and we're testing on Android for the GAN. Wallet connectivity had to do several things in order. It has to, number 1, detect if there's a MetaMask or Trust wallet. If there is none, it has to provide a quick link so that people can download. We have to link so download and set up your Trust wallet or MetaMask and install it. It has to work on multiple different platforms, like I said, PC, Android, and iPhone, multiple models of iPhone. And then after they set up their, let's say, MetaMask, it then has to give them the option to connect it. It then has to give them the option to, with a click of a button, we're having it so that they click to add on the Binance Smart Chain, because in order to view their Anubits, they have to have the Binance Smart Chain. A lot of those things default to Ethereum network, and they would be like, I don't understand, what do I do? So 1 click for them to load the Binance Smart Chain, and then the other thing they have to do is click one button to import our token into the token list under that, so they can see after they've made the purchase that the Anubits flow into their new wallet that they made fresh or that they connected. It's loaded on the Binance Smart Chain and the token is imported. So we were needing of a little love in that area, and we was like, why run to the 99-yard line and not go the extra yard? And we're going to kick the extra point through the uprights. So that's where we're at right now. Everything else is working great. The KYC's been working, the verification, account setup is working. Pushing things from the Pancake Swap into the Pancake Swap and out to the wallets is working phenomenally. Everything else is working incredibly well. Tanya's been working heavily on some of the cosmetic changes, just because some of the verbiage needed a little love. So it was honestly, it was written as very quick filler stuff. When they're developing, they type things, and some of it was not good English. Like their English speaking, I trust me on that, but like Omar's like, get Anubit now, please. He's just typing shit and mashing it in, and then unless you have a pass through of that, like, oh yeah, I wrote that at 3 a.m. on an hour's sleep, so yeah, let's clean that up. Some of the colors have been cleaned up. Dark mode and light mode is are we going with dark or light?
0 point is light.
0 point is light, and the Nubit is dark. So there's a little transition. Omar shorthand. There's a little transition between when you're going through Anubit into 0 point. You see it go from like dark to light and then back again, so that it looks like it's a different process, because it is. We've got the domain set up where it's there's like a handoff between the domains. We've got our SSL certificates set up. We've got all the security measures set up for penetration testing, so no one can hack it and get in and manipulate, and there's no tomfoolery that's going to happen. So we're at the last throes. I'm hoping that they'll have it for testing from external sources by the end of today. If they don't, they don't. But it's like, I had them do that wallet enhanced thing just because one of the things we want to do is make it easy for people who don't own any crypto to onboard. And if we're not making it kind of like one click here, click next, then we're missing the boat. They pushed out a proxy just to test how easy it was going to go to repush a proxy. As soon as they have this done, they haven't uploaded the new proxy yet, but they did push on test just to make sure that verification went smooth with pushing it out with hard hat or whatever that the launcher is that they're going to be using. Everything is smooth. So what I didn't want to do is say, okay guys, push out a new proxy right now and then go back to the GAN. So they're finishing up the GAN, then they're going to push out the new proxy, then they're going to connect the GAN just to that new proxy, and we're off to the races. So it's all pretty much ready to go. Everyone that has whatever Anubits you have, all the liquidity will transfer over, and we'll do a brand new set of airdrops costing us another $1,000 or whatever, out of our coffers, not yours, to launch a new proxy. You live and you learn. But other than that, yeah, it's freaking rocking. The other thing we've been working on the back end, I'll give you a little teaser, is an affiliate program. And it will be going not through us, it'll be going through 0 point. Anubit will not be doing anything to sign up affiliates, but 0 point will. And what that means is, as affiliates, and this may interest you guys, if you guys sign up as affiliates under 0 point, and you want people to, let's say you're like, hey grandma, you should buy some coin, and you're an affiliate with ours, with 0 point, gotta clarify, you will be getting bonus coin. You'll be getting a % of what they purchase as an affiliate. You get bonus coin directly to your wallet. So we think that's going to be a big hit with if you bring in other people and friends and family, things like that, and you come in through the affiliate, they come in through the affiliate program. It's kind of like a referral fee. We pay out not in cash but in crypto, and since we're paying out in crypto, it's going to be big with influencers. We think so. So I've been working. I haven't told you guys, this is the first you're hearing it. It doesn't mean that there hasn't been a shit ton of work that's been going on, because there has. It is going to be something that makes it very easy to compensate, and it will be all automated for when people bring traffic in. So the influencers can give out their affiliate code, because they're going to get a bunch of bonus coin for doing so. And so I expect... the goal, of course, anything we do is we always expect it's going to be a hit. I think it's going to be a big hit. Dude, exactly, Fred. Go to the link. If you're going to buy, use this affiliate code so that we both win, right? We're giving, the first time people set up the account and make their purchase, we're going to be giving away bonus coin. We're going to be doing a lot of things to influence. And all the accounts they set up, Fred, your link is broken. All the accounts that are set up under 0 point as we transition to the ecosystem where people are going to be using these to purchase at our merchant network, you won't have to set up a new account. The accounts are all, that's 0 point. The Organa is 0 point. All the accounts, once you create it on that platform, will import right into the app, so it'll remember you. Yeah, that's the idea for it. That's why when you guys are like, damn it, the coin price is down, I'm like, don't worry, because I'm not worried. We're working hard on the back end. We're reinvesting in ways to make this something that is not even just short term, like a long term strategy for amazing growth. So that's something we're working on. As soon as I get a little further along with it, the beautiful thing is, because we have our own GAN going live, we can do this. Other coins that don't have these tools, they can't do an affiliate program, and we don't even have to pay out directly through fiat. Like there's ways that we can pay out. You're not a millionaire yet. We're working on it. There's ways that you can pay out through fiat that are established, but then you got to track taxes and you got to worry about jurisdiction and all of that. We don't have to worry about any of that. With the GAN, we can do an affiliate where we can send it to any wallet that's chosen, and we can do a percent bump. So if they purchase X percent and you're an affiliate, Y percent of coin automatically is distributed in your wallet, and we need to worry about anything. We're square on it. So it's all going to be automated. We get to clone our GAN and do basically the affiliate link. It's going to come very shortly after the GAN. That is the next priority. With that said, the other thing I'm working on at Tandem is I do have that exchange hit list. CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko are going to be happening. The second we push out the new proxy, that's all verified, that's going to be happening. So I think we're going to give it a couple days, so just our chart has some history. I do expect of the GAN, we're going to have new people coming in pretty rapidly, as they have a huge campaign that they're going to be pushing out with influencers using the GAN. Is the holder's bounty? The holder's bounty is currently going into a pool until it's pulled up enough, because the volume's so low. We have it on pause, but it's going into a pool. As soon as we get enough in there, it's really not going to amount to much until we get the traffic numbers up. But it's all pooling. So yeah, the holder's bounty is accumulating, and we're not really like, yay, someone wins a couple Anubits is one thing. Once the volume hits, we're gonna activate it, so it'll start, every week or so someone will start, I don't want to say winning, because we're not calling it a lottery, but someone will start, receiving the bounty. So soon. It was not a huge priority to pay out people pennies with low volume. So, but with all this coming online, yeah, that's going to be right there. And the amount of Anubits in the bounty when we do the transition from wallets all of 100% will move over to the new proxy. So the bounty will not lose any of its traction. Other than that, guys, send me those wallet addresses for Red, I owe you some, Adam, I owe you some, Coconut, I owe you some, and Justin, I owe you some. Thank you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the knowledge on wash trading, and I invite you guys to do your own research. I'm looking forward to the day when you guys message me with something like, hey, can you cover this in your stream? Consider it. I do prep, even though it probably doesn't look like I do. I do prep for quite a bit for some of this stuff to make sure I'm not talking out my ass. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. We will catch you on the flip side. Thank you.